Well, listen, if you don't have anything to say, you blab. You just go on and 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 on.
Voters do not agree with these despicable women on The View. They are wildly out of touch with the vast majority of Americans, and frankly, they should seek immediate help.
Welcome to Stoic Skills. Today, I'm bringing you a new twist, something you never saw coming. Oh, you're in for a wild ride. Karoline Leavitt just annihilated Whoopi Goldberg on live TV. No filter, no holding back, just brutal facts, dropped like bombs. This wasn't just a clapback, it was a full-scale takedown. And let me tell you, Whoopi's face said it all. You know that moment when someone realizes they should have just stayed quiet? Yeah, this was one of those moments.
Would like to talk about Joe Biden and Donald Trump, who you work for.
I am stating facts that your colleagues have stated in the past.
Okay,
now,
I'm sorry, guys. We're going to come back out to the panel. Karoline, thank you very much for your time.
Karoline Leavitt came in fearless, sharp, and ready to destroy every ounce of hypocrisy in her path. What happened next? A meltdown of epic proportions, and trust me, you won't believe how Whoopi tried to recover. The View, Whoopi's reign and its crumbling foundation. We all know The View has been Whoopi Goldberg's personal kingdom for years, where she rules with an iron grip, controlling the narrative with her loyal co-hosts like Sunny Hostin, who's always ready to throw punches, especially when the topic is Donald Trump. But there's one name that completely disrupts their playbook. One name that makes them lose their minds. Karoline Leavitt. At just 27 years old, this former White House press secretary is Whoopi's worst nightmare, because she's not just firing back, she's tearing down their entire narrative, piece by piece, exposing them with nothing but cold, hard facts. What sparked the fire? The View's eternal background vocalist, Joy Behar. And here's the best part, Whoopi didn't even start it this time. It was Joy Behar, the show's eternal background vocalist, who lit the match. She made a scorching claim, saying Karoline Leavitt didn't succeed because of her intelligence or talent, but because of her looks. Yes, you heard that right. And that's when everything took a turn no one expected. Whoopi's peak delusion moment. While this chaos unfolded, Whoopi Goldberg jumped in with the most delusional take imaginable.
She's probably been put in there because, according to Donald Trump, she's a 10. You know that's what it is.
I want to be clear, though. It's not her first job. It was her first press briefing. She worked in the previous Trump administration.
Whatever I'm saying, this is the first time that she's been she may be. But my point is that job would not maybe have been open to her.
No, I understand. I just wanted to
She actually claimed that Karoline owes her entire career to The View, that without Whoopi and her co-hosts, Karoline wouldn't be where she is today. Excuse me, what? Whoopi Goldberg, who contradicts herself on a daily basis, is now saying she somehow guided Karoline's success. Make it make sense. This was delusion at its finest, and Whoopi and Joy were front and center, enjoying the VIP experience. Karoline's savage response. Whoopi went up in flames. But here's where it gets legendary. Karoline didn't just clap back, she absolutely torched Whoopi's argument, leaving her in smoldering ashes. Because let's get real, it's 2025. And Whoopi is still pushing this prehistoric narrative that a woman's success comes down to her appearance. Seriously? This wasn't just hypocrisy, it was desperation. Whoopi wasn't seeing talent. She wasn't seeing hard work. She was seeing a threat. Whoopi dug her own grave. And Whoopi didn't stop there. She doubled down, insisting that without The View, Karoline Leavitt would be nothing. At this point, we have to ask, what planet is Whoopi living on? This wasn't just arrogance. This was peak Whoopi. And when Karoline fired back, Whoopi's reaction? Priceless. The View's PR damage control. Too little, too late. The truth is, The View has been on life support for a while now. This show survives on outrage, with an audience that claps on command, like trained seals. And they're not just drowning in bad press, they're buried under lawsuits left and right. So when Karoline called them out, it wasn't just a viral moment. It was a long overdue reality check.
And watching this clip, I couldn't help but think how ironic that Whoopi Goldberg and Joy Behar and the rest of the ladies on The View spend their time calling Republicans the conspiracy theorists. But they have been wrong about everything they have said over the last couple of years. They likened President Trump to Hitler. They have mocked him. They have shamed him. They have lied about him consistently on their show. And it was a joy to watch them on November the 6th when they realized that tens of millions of Americans do not listen to the lies that they have spewed. These women are completely out of touch with
one that Whoopi and company have been dodging for years. Whoopi's last-ditch effort, the wokeness card. And once Whoopi realized she'd lost the fight, what did she do? She pulled the classic move, flipping the script and suddenly trying to turn this into an intellectual discussion. Oh, now Whoopi wants a facts-based debate. Now she wants to talk about logic? How convenient. But Karoline had already made it clear.
If you don't have anything to say, you blab. You just go on and 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 on.
Priceless. The View's PR damage control. Too little, too late. The truth is, The View has been on life support for a while now. This show survives on outrage, with an audience that claps on command, like trained seals. And they're not just drowning in bad press, they're buried under lawsuits left and right. So when Karoline called them out, it wasn't just a viral moment. It was a long overdue reality check, one that Whoopi and company have been dodging for years. Whoopi's last-ditch effort, the wokeness card. And once Whoopi realized she'd lost the fight, what did she do? She pulled the classic move, flipping the script and suddenly trying to turn this into an intellectual discussion. Oh, now Whoopi wants a facts-based debate. Now she wants to talk about logic? How convenient. But Karoline had already made it clear, the era of woke buzzwords is over. Facts and actual logic are the new standard, and Whoopi and her team can't handle it. So what did Whoopi do next? She went full damage control mode, rambling, making excuses, flipping narratives. But here's
I would like this young lady this is her first job, I would like her to do a little homework. Because she said something yesterday that really pissed me off. And that was, she said, there will be no wokeness here.
Oh, yeah.
Let me explain something to you. Because without that wokeness, you might not have that job.
Yeah.
Because women were not invited to that table. Women were not invited to many tables in this nation. The reason we fought and busted our behinds to make sure that you didn't have to worry about this. And now to hear you talk about it and to hear anybody talk about the wokeness was put in place for a reason.
the cold, hard truth. Whoopi's relevance is fading. And when strong, unapologetic voices like Karoline Leavitt step into the spotlight, people like Whoopi can't stand it. And Karoline's final response? Absolute perfection. So, are you ready to watch Whoopi's epic meltdown for yourself? Let's roll the clip. You won't believe what she said next. Ice fire.